I'm now here with the MDs from Dara, Equestrian and Tag. Helena, would you like to tell us a little bit about your brand?
Tag Equestrian's been in Ireland now for 4 or 5 years. It's literally everything for the rider, from competition jackets, showing jackets, really nice shirts, fantastic jodhpurs, and then in the Lovesen range you've got chaps, boots. Then within there's a number of ranges within the Tag Equestrian brand, and literally you've everything within the range for yard, horse, rider. All top of the range quality and all very, very well priced.
I believe you're over from England here for today's competition.
Yes, I am. Helene has kindly invited us to come over. We're here to endorse the Tag Bursary, which is supporting young and up-and-coming riders. For ourselves, we sponsor a number of events in the UK, supporting grassroots levels. We have a number of riders that we support at a higher level. The funnels being one of them, William and Pippa Funnel, Piggy French in the eventing, Paul Barker on the show jumping side, and Helena under Dara Equestrian. She's our main distributor for the Irish market, and as through both Helena and David initiated the Tag Bursary that we're here to support today. So it's good to be here on a nice day, and I hope our rider does well in the Grand Prix later on. So.
You're a sponsor of Robert Harrison?
Robert, yeah, and Robert's looking very, very strong. He's well in the lead and he's looking very good for the Tag Bursary.
Initiatives like this are very vital to young riders who find it difficult to get sponsorship at such a young age.
Well, we've so many good young riders now, and I think there's more and more initiatives and companies coming on board for something. I mean, it's been great for us. We've done it for the whole season. We've been at some really good shows. Robert's excelled. He's got a number of really good horses and he's a very good rider. And I think the more companies that get involved, you're starting the riders at 15, 16, 17. You're sending them off to somebody like a Billy Toomey where they're going to learn so much, and it's just a wonderful thing to do.
The young riders are the fundamental to our jumping and the future. How does it feel to be part of their future?
Well, it's important for us, one, for promoting our brands. These guys will be out there competing on a regular basis for years to come. It's a difficult environment economically, so funding these events is, for us, it's giving the young guys an opportunity more than anything else that they might not normally get. We've worked with Billy Toomey in the past. He's actually based near where we are in the UK. And for a young guy, how old's Robert now? 19, I believe. 2 weeks abroad training with one of the top riders, not only in the UK but worldwide, is a fantastic opportunity, and hopefully he'll learn and benefit from it.
We spoke a lot about Robert Harrison, but there's many other promising young riders who've went up through this league as well.
Well, there's a number of them. There's young Michael Hutchinson, young Vincent Byrne. I mean, there's so many really good riders, and they've got good horses under them. And I think that's where the future of our sport is. Any one of them could be on a Nations Cup team in 2 or 3 years' time, if they have the horsepower. So, and I mean, it's amazing. I remember down at the Chippison in Clare this year, I think there was 6 or 7 young riders in the jump-off, which is fantastic.
I'm now here with Dave Dara from Dara Equestrian. Would you like to tell us a little about the Leinster Mini Grand Prix series?
Well, the Leinster Mini Grand Prix has been running for a couple of years now. Last year, John Floody, who's actually lying in second position in this series this year, won it. And this year, the organisers, which are the Leinster branch of Show Jumping Ireland, decided to bring a young riders dynamic into it. And therefore, we have these 2 bursaries running this year. The first bursary is the bursary for Billy Toomey. That will be won by the overall All-Ireland rider, because the competition was actually, even though it's a Leinster Mini Grand Prix, it's open to riders from all over the country. So the winning rider, as the All-Ireland rider, will benefit from a bursary with Billy Toomey. And then the winning Leinster rider will benefit from a bursary with Cian O'Connor at his stables, Cardsworth Stables in Waterside, Stud and Meath.
Would you like to tell us something about your company, Dara Equestrian, and their involvement?
Well, we have, as you probably know, have developed a number of initiatives with the Chippison Spring Tour, and basically what we want to do is we want to highlight one of our major brands, which is Tag Equestrian, and Tom Eastwood, who's here with us today, the Managing Director of Tag, very kindly decided that he would initiate the Tag Bursary. So it's important. It is very much a marketing exercise, branding exercise, but more importantly, it's an opportunity for young riders to get some experience with some of our top riders, both here at home and abroad.
You also play a leading role in the show jumper slope, and we haven't heard very much about those since the Chippison League. Would you like to tell us the work they've been doing behind the scenes?
Well, behind the scenes, we're now preparing for our show jumpers ball, which is one of the big date on our calendar. A lot of work goes on during the summer to secure venues, sponsors, awards, doing all the nitty-gritty things that goes on to make it a fantastic night. This year we are joining forces with the amateurs, so it's going to be a combined ball, it's going to be a combined award, it's going to be a great night, and I advise everybody to book early. It's back in the Killishy in Naas this year. I think it's running on the 10th or 11th of December. It's on the Saturday, the second week, and it's going to be a really super night. All the stops have been pulled out for this year, and the prices are down too, which is even better.
Dave, are there other people associated with the Leinster Mini Grand Prix?
Yeah, well, actually, most importantly, the Leinster branch of Show Jumping Ireland have initiated this particular Grand Prix for the last number of seasons, and only through their hard work we wouldn't have something like this. It's analogous to the Munster Grand Prix, the Connacht Grand Prix and the Ulster Grand Prix. So the Leinster branch have worked very, very hard to secure sponsorship and to try and make it a bit of a pageant and a bit of a feature event at the shows that it's run at.
It also gives the opportunity for young horses to move up the grade maybe to a Grand Prix level.
Yes, indeed, and because it's pitched at a 130, 135 kind of class, it is quite forgiving. So you can actually jump a horse in a 120 to warm up and then jump in this. It's not so daunting to jump in, say, a 120 and try and move into 140. So it is filling a void that's very much wanted. I mean, I suppose to some extent, going back to the Chippison, that's what the void was. There just wasn't something in that band, and that's what made that particular series so appealing.
Hello and welcome to Barnadown Show Jumping in County Wexford. We're here today for the final of the Leinster Mini Grand Prix League. Currently atop of the leaderboard is Derek McConnell on 60 points, while in hot pursuit we have John Floody on 53. There's 2 young rider prizes on offer here today, with Robert Harrison taking the Tag Bursary. Currently Nicholas Butler tops the Keane O'Connor Bursary. Behind us, the course is being prepared, and soon we'll catch up with some of the riders to hear their viewpoint on the course. I'm now here with Derek McConnell, who currently tops the leaderboard on 60 points. Are you feeling confident going into today's class?
Given the field that's here, no. And the fact that the guy who's behind me is one of the fastest riders in the country. But I've got some good horses who are jumping well, and I've still got my nose in front, so hopefully I can keep it there. There's a lot of other competitors here today that are going to make it tough for both of us. Robert is here with some nice horses. I see Paddy O'Donnell is here, he's always very competitive. And there's plenty of others who could cause both of us hassle. So, the first thing I suppose is just to try and beat the course builder in the first round and try and jump a clear round.
According to our maths, you have to finish 5 places ahead of John to keep your lead. What horses have you brought here today to keep that lead?
Well, I've got Best Lady, who you probably know. I've got a mare called Looks Nice, and I've got 2 others. An ex-event horse who up to about 2 months ago was still eventing, but he's gone show jumping now, and he looks nice. He's a little inexperienced for this level, but I'm going to run him anyway. And then the 4th one is called Mark Clover, owned by a chap called William Kerwin, who's a friend of mine, and she looks very nice. I don't know much about her, so I'm taking a little bit of a chance, but she has jumped at this level before, so hopefully she'll jump well.
You're pulling out all the stops to keep your lead today.
Well, given the calibre of riders who are here, you've got to try your best, so I'm hopeful that we'll get at least one into the jump off, hopefully, and put them under pressure.
What do you think of the course that's been put forward here today?
It's good and strong. Given the final year, it's inevitable it's going to be strong, and the field is pretty good here too. So, if it's too small, you're going to get too many clear rounds, and it'll become a rat race. So it's also quite technical. There's a couple of quite tricky lines, and I just was asking somebody about the jump off track there, and it's quite twisty. So I don't see 20 horses getting into the second round. I think there'll be something like maybe 12 or 15 maybe at most.
I'm now here with John Floody, who's currently 2nd on the leaderboard. John, what do you think of your chances here today?
Well, Derek has a couple of very nice horses there, so it might not be so easy to catch him today. He's 7 points ahead of me, so we'll see what happens anyway. You never know.
With points and a half on offer here today, there's lots of chances. What horses have you?
I have a few horses today. I have a couple of younger ones that I'll be riding first, and then I'll have the older ones then that are more experienced, so hopefully we'll have a better chance with those.
What's your verdict on today's track?
It's decent enough, it's big enough, it's a lovely track, unusual fence number 13 there, it's not so normal. You see this kind of fence now in these courses, so it'll be something for the horses to look at, and certainly an education for the younger ones. So.
You're having a very successful year with many age classes under your belt.
Yeah, good results last week in Cavan with the 5-year-old Bronson the Rev, and a couple of nice young horses that I have at the moment to come on. Hopefully they'll be useful in the future.
And no doubt you'll be looking for another win again today.
Ash will be trying her best anyway. So
it was earlier said that John Floody is one of the fastest riders in Ireland, so if you get through to the jump off it'll be very quick.
Well, we'll see how we are in the day. You never know. Well,
we wish
a lot of very determined people out there. So
we look forward to seeing you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks.
I'm now here with Robert Harrison, who has taken the tag bursary in the Leinster Mini Grand Prix Series. Robert, you must be very pleased with this before you even jumped the final.
Yeah, very pleased there to be the leading young rider there in Leinster, so happy with that.
What about today? Do you think you have any chance of taking the whole class?
Yeah, hopefully I have my top horse here, Team Harmony Shelto. He's just come back from a long break, so this 135 today is just kind of getting warmed up for bigger things later on in the year. So she should go well here today.
What do you think of the course that's been put forward?
It's 135 everywhere. It's a nice course. It's a final, so probably be technical, but there'll still be 7 or 8 clear rounds anyway.
I'm currently here with Nicholas Butler, who is ahead in winning the Keane O'Connor bursary. You must be pleased with this.
Yeah, happy enough now. Mayor's been going pretty well all year. I didn't do too many of this Leinster League, so it's always a bonus when you don't go to every show every weekend, but you're doing well in it at the same time.
What do you think of the course here today?
It doesn't seem to be too bad. There's not a great number of horses in it, which is a pity, but you can't help these things. But the course all in all seems to be okay, I think.
Would you be feeling confident of your own chances?
Well, quietly confident, but you never know what will happen. Show jumping is a game where you have to take what comes at you, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I do well enough and keep going well in the prizes anyway.
Was there any particular line you think will cause problems here today?
Maybe after the double here, 4 to 5, I don't know, maybe some people will do 6 or 7. But other than that, I think it's not too bad.